Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm Deb Sofield, and you're listening to my weekly podcast series called Encouragement for Your Life. Most of you know I'm a national speaker, trainer, and coach. I like to say I help people find their voice and learn to use it. I'm also a conference speaker on the topics of public speaking, presentation skills, how to deal with the media, and crisis communication. I've got a number of other presentations on my website if you'd like to check those out. If your organization has an upcoming conference and you need a keynote speaker, I hope you'll reach out at debsofield.com. I would love to be a part. I've got a number of great books on the market. My best-selling book, Speak Without Fear. My book, Perfecting Your Platform. Both of those are on Amazon and Audible if you like to listen to books. And my series, Encouragement for Your Life, which is a compilation of these podcasts, they're available on Amazon, volumes 1 through 3. Just go into Amazon, type in my name, Deb Sofield, all my books will appear. I've got a great show today, and it's a statement that I think so many of us have a hard time accepting. And friends, it's this: sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. I'm Deb Sofield. Thanks for joining me. Stay with me. Let's get started with today's show. As much as we like to hang on because we all like to feel like it is the right thing to do in our personal lives or at the office or with a friend, sometimes it might be best just to let go, because sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. Now, to be fair, that's a hard thing to do. I don't think most of us are wired to let go. I believe we're wired to try again, to make a relationship work or office politics work out to something manageable that we can agree on, or to stay connected with friends who are pursuing a different path. Because, well, it's what we do as friends and family. We're taught from a young age to hang on through thick and thin and be loyal, truthful, and kind, whether the other person is that way to us or not. You know, we've been told that our character is to do the right thing. And I got to tell you, I put that in quotes because it is what is thrust upon us by others who want us to be there for them, whether they return the favor or not. I'm guessing most of us feel the need to stay connected in some way just in case the situation changes. And the fear is that if we walk away, we might lose the opportunity to be of help, or we might lose a friendship or relationship. But I have to wonder if it's more to soothe our ego than to help others find their path. That's your choice. I'm just putting it out there. All right, so today I encourage you to think about all the times you hung on when the other person walked away. Here's what I'm concerned about. Some of you are still hanging on while the others, I put that in quotes, are long gone without giving you the courtesy of ever even looking back. Slow clap for you for keeping your end of the unspoken bargain to be there until the end. But don't be so blind and not willing to see that they willingly let go of the relationship, assuming that loyal you would still be hanging around. I applaud you for being so loyal, to a fault, especially when they never give you your time or your feelings a second thought. All I'm asking is that you consider letting go for this important reason. They need to find their way, and you need to find a different cause. If you were being truthful, you'd have to admit they let go a long time ago. You just refused to see it for what it was. And your need or desire to save them is no longer an option since they feel no need to hang on to you. Okay, so let me be clear. They will come back when they need something. But remember, they don't need you. They need what you have to give them. Don't get those two confused, because it will break your ever-loving heart into a million pieces, and you'll never find all the parts if you don't heed my tough love advice. I've mentioned before that as I work on different themes for the week, I do so because I seem to see things all around me. And that's what prompts different shows at different times. I see good-hearted people who love to the detriment of their personal freedom, success, and personal care. And while clinging to others show that you care and are sweet and nice and kind, I find it a dead-end street, since the others released your grasp on their way out the door. Don't get so caught up in thinking that holding on is a sign of strength. Sometimes letting go will take all the strength you have. It's funny when you think about it because you fight to hold on and then you fight to let go. As far as I'm concerned, that's a lot of fighting that yields no results. I love the quote, "Don't cling to a mistake just because you spent a lot of time making it." Now, I'm not saying that your relationship was a mistake, but I do wonder if, after all the years of chasing and coddling and caring, with little to no return on your investment, you're kidding yourself that your relationship is anything more than codependent. Yes, I said it. A codependent relationship that gives you something to do, someone to love, someplace to go. I know, that hurts. No one likes to think they're codependent. But what else could it be? I mean, you're feeding the need to be needed, wanted, and occasionally cared about. All right, I didn't wake up today to hurt your feelings. And I know this topic is tender when it comes to family and friends. Please hear me. Just stop and consider why you're refusing to let go when it's never going to work out in any way that would suit your sensibilities without you feeling angry or used or unfulfilled. Think about how you're slowly killing your spirit, your joy, and your love, not to mention your finances, waiting for, I don't know what. The wayward friend to come back, the lost child to ask forgiveness, the spouse who checked out months ago to return. It doesn't work that way, my friend. And deep inside, I think you know it. I don't doubt that prayer and forgiveness and love can change a life. And good for you for being faithful. But in your faithfulness, be wise to the knowledge that sometimes you have to accept what is, let go of what was, and have the faith in what will be. As your friend and coach, I want you to grow and thrive and prosper in your life. And to do that, you seriously need to look at why you're hanging on when you know that sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. I know you've heard the phrase, when you let go, you grow. As hard as it is to comprehend that thought when you're hurting, I do believe it's about you being more open to allowing the situation to move at will without you stepping in to control every aspect. It's not easy to do any of that when really all you want to happen is happiness on your terms. That would be nice, but life doesn't work that way. No matter how hard you push against the system or demand that others listen, obey, or toe the line. Funny, those demands don't sound anything like letting go to me. Call me crazy. The truth is, letting go so you can grow is hard. Whether it be walking away from a longtime friend, or setting boundaries for a not-so-nice family member, or leaving your employer who makes your life miserable even with golden handcuffs that they've kept you in chains. It's at all those times when I think you really need to understand that, friend, holding on does more damage than letting go. And when you finally let go, don't be surprised when something better comes along or the situation changes in your favor. But be assured that nothing, and I put that in all capital letters, will happen if you keep hanging on so tightly that you are choking on your opportunity. The strength with which you hang on to people, things, or memories that do not serve you well would be much better spent in adventures that fill your life with joyful memories, finding work in a place where they appreciate your skills and abilities, or being with people who will build you up to be your best, who love you without condition, and who appreciate the beauty of who you are. That is what you should be reaching forward to grasp and to hold on tightly. So friend, let go of all that is weighing you down and reach for the opportunities that are waiting for you. Here's the fact, you're going to need both hands to hold on to the abundance of a life well lived. So free yourself to be yourself and trust the age-old adage that sometimes holding on does more damage than letting go. I know, tough love message today. I see you shaking your head like, gee whiz, Deb, come on. We just don't want to let go. We hope and we pray and we're working that it works out. Hey, good luck with that. I wish you well. But I'm also thinking that if you really thought about it, you'd realize it's going nowhere. And you are wasting a boatload of energy trying to put the boat back in the harbor that has already set sail. All right, that's just Deb. I don't know your life, but I see it a lot. And I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Okay, believe it or not, you've been listening to Deb Sofield's Encouragement for Your Life. And I do hope you'll join me next week so we can continue the journey together as we work towards a better day. And remember, Deb doesn't care what the world says about you. I want you to know that I care about you, and I care about you for a lot of reasons, none of which is simply letting you hang on to be hurt a day longer. Because sometimes holding on, my friend, does much, much more damage than letting go. But here's my promise to you. I'm going to walk alongside you as you find your way to a better life. And if you'll join me next week, we'll continue this journey together. All right, everybody, have a great weekend. Thanks for joining.